been 1 week since the health department says a person infected with the measles visited a restaurant in Southwest Bakersfield, potentially exposing people to the virus. Now, officials say people need to be on the lookout for symptoms. 23 ABC's Josh Sanders spoke with Kern public health officials on what the county is doing in case of a breakout. Josh?
Jessica, public health officials have said that there hasn't been a case of measles in Kern County since 2004. And officials say the disease that at one time affected millions of Americans is highly contagious. And if a person's exposed, to call their doctor immediately.
This is a very limited exposure, but it would be important for folks to take action if they were to become symptomatic.
A week after Kern public health officials say someone infected with measles visited the Taco Bell on the corner of California Avenue and Oak Drive, health officials are warning people to be on the outlook for symptoms.
You're typically going to feel very sick. You are going to be experiencing a high fever, cough. You could get red eyes, and then of course the classic rash. These are things to take very seriously.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, measles used to affect 3 to 4 million people in the U.S. each year before the development of a vaccine in the early 1960s. And in 2000, measles was no longer considered an epidemic. However, Public Relations Officer Michelle Corson and county officials aren't taking any chances when it comes to risking an outbreak.
When we became aware of this, we have communicated with the local emergency rooms and made them aware so that they can be mindful in looking for these symptoms.
Public health officials also sent out a letter to healthcare providers giving them instructions if they see a case of measles. But Corson also wants to make sure the public understands how measles is spread.
With the measles, this is going to be something that is airborne. So someone that is tested positive for the measles, if they cough or sneeze, this virus becomes airborne. You're not at risk of contracting it on any surfaces like with some other common viruses.
Corson says only those at the Taco Bell between noon and 2 p.m. last Monday would be at risk.
We want to let the community know it is perfectly safe and that there would be no risk to the community to go and visit that Taco Bell today.
Jessica, public health officials say symptoms don't usually appear in people until 10 to 14 days after exposure. So between tomorrow, May 8th, and Monday, May 21st, if anyone is experiencing measles-like symptoms, they tell you to call your doctor before going in. For now, in East Bakersfield, Josh Sanders, 23 ABC News.
The Kern County Sheriff's